Many nonprofits understand the importance of planned giving, but they don't know where to start. The starting place that I believe needs to occur is simply an understanding of the elephant in the room, or the 800-pound gorilla in the room. And when it comes to planned giving, it's bequests. More than 80% of planned gifts are bequests. So the centerpiece of your conversations about planned gifts should be bequests. In your presentation of information, bequests should be the elephant on the page. It should dominate the space. It should dominate the stories that you share. It should dominate your understanding of what planned giving is. Unfortunately, if you go to many nonprofits' websites and you click on planned giving, you will see bequests listed as a small item,
yes,
along with 8, 9 other small
complicated
items,
things,
including charitable remainder unit trusts, charitable gift annuities, gifts of real estate, gifts of life insurance, a wide range of highly complex things that involve very few opportunities that people actually take advantage of. So if 80% or more of planned gifts are bequests, then focus on bequests. In fact, I would say that for many small nonprofits, you don't really need to know about anything else. If somebody wants to talk to you about a trust, I'll guarantee you that they have been talking to an attorney who's telling them what a trust is. You need to have backup. You need to be able to say, I have somebody that we can bring to the table for that conversation. But it is a waste of your time and energy to try to deal with obscure instruments that through your entire career you may never deal with. Bequests are 80% of planned gifts, so bequests should be a minimum of 80% of your focus for your planned gift program.
I think sometimes that the enormity of all of the planned giving vehicles that are out there keep us from really doing anything. We're like, well, I couldn't possibly.
Because I've got to know all of that.
I couldn't possibly manage a planned giving program, so we don't do anything. And one of the best examples that I've ever seen of a small organization that did not even have a development staff, their executive did it all, but knew that bequests were so important and wanted her organization and everyone involved with it to know that they were worthy of accepting bequests. They were a worthy recipient of that sort of action. Simply had printed in her newsletter and on the bottom of her stationery, every friend of XYZ organization should have a will. We hope your will includes us. It was powerful, it was simple, and that was the beginning of a planned giving program. That was a planned giving program, and probably as effective as many of the things that you have to wade through. Just remember us.
Absolutely. And the thing to keep in mind around a planned giving program is that you're talking about a long-term relationship. People don't up and do a planned gift immediately. It may be over a 20-year time period, and you want to simply be in people's memory. There have been some studies that have shown that when people are asked, why did you include an organization in your estate plans? One of the most common answers is, because they asked me to. Why did you not include this organization that you deeply care about in your estate plans? I didn't know that they wanted me to.
I wasn't aware that that was something that they were able to accept. I've had donors say that. I didn't know you could take those.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what a bad reflection on our communication with people. And I think starting that conversation, letting them know that yes, we see ourselves in that league. We see ourselves as an organization to which people would want to make these very, very meaningful gifts. Begins that thought process for them and then helps us build that relationship.
Yeah. I think the other component of that is recognizing that when you talk about a planned giving program, you need to be in it for the long haul. With annual giving, with response to an appeal letter, you're going to get roughly 85% of your gifts within 3 weeks of when that letter arrives in that donor's box. With major gifts, it's usually a longer period because you've got ongoing dialogue, and in many cases, the cultivation of that major gift will go on for 6 months, a year, 3 years, 5
Right.
years, maybe a very long process. With planned gifts, people don't make those decisions very often. So you're wanting to get out that information, you're wanting to plant those seeds, simply to be there when the person is talking to their lawyer, and the lawyer says, are there any charities that you care about
Right.
that you would like to support? And they say, oh yeah.
Right.
And so many, it's something that you can easily do. And the payoffs are enormous. The payoffs, some statistics I'm seeing about the payoffs from planned giving are that once you have an established program that's 7 years or more, the payoff is generally in the range of a 4-cent investment for every dollar you receive. So a wonderful payoff.
Right.
Compared to many direct mail kind of solicitations where, and low income solicitations where you may have the payoff of spending 80 cents for every dollar you
dollar.
raise. So 4 cents on the dollar versus 80 cents on the dollar. Where should you be putting your time?
Absolutely.